Well, I had been working on a special project I just finished up, so now I'm back to the mini mill. I've got my shaft. I had to cut a little bit off to get this coupler in to leave me enough room for my stepper motor, so it's now tied to that coupler, and if I spin the motor, that thing will go back and forth, and the motor would go with it, but I need an adapter to connect those two together, so the motor's going to hang off of there. It's a little precarious, but I got some ideas on how I can make sure that's stiff enough and it doesn't create issues. And that's that progress. That was an exciting experiment. Oh, and I got a new lamp. Love these lamps. It's actually my second one, and I have a third one in the box. Margaret just went berserk. There's the design for the coupler, the 4 holes for the stepper. Have the second stepper over here for the y-axis, taking my dimensions off of that, getting it fitted properly, and it has a little notch to fit into the groove on here, so it's a nice snug fit, and then the bolts go in. I'm going to cut away most of this, but leave a beefy connection in the middle so I can get to both sides reasonably enough and leave enough flange. This is the opening for the coupling to slide through, and then these are the holes to mount it to the other side. And I will, like I said, I cut a pie out of here so I can put screws in here, and then I'm going to be looking over here to see where can I stick some protrusions out that will give me some lateral stability while that motor's hanging off. Motor's going to hang off of this end, and it's 2 screws right parallel, you know. This motor is not light, so I'm going to have to come up with something to beef up the hanging down action that's going to get, and I'm going to probably cut this out so I can screw it in, and then I'm going to build one, and then I'm going to figure out where I need to tie it in, and then I can come back and add those extensions and see if I can figure that out. That's where I'm at on the mini mill, and the tenderer is probably about where you last saw it. I just haven't had a chance to get back to it. I've been doing some other stuff, but it's really ready for an electrical test, and if it runs, then I'm going to complete this engine and set it up and run it. I don't know why. I just have the urge to put that on a Pacific. I just feel like it just fits it. The Pacific earned it. And then I have to reprint another set for Leon. I can't help it. I did make some tweaks to this, so they would have holes and things that he wouldn't want, so I'm going to redo that. I got that. Oh, and then I do the lid. I got to design a lid. I've been designing it in my head for the last 3 days, so I've got a pretty good idea of what I want. I'm going to make it in like 3 pieces, I think. The first piece is going to be a frame that sits down and snaps into these holes. And then the second piece is going to be the lid, and the third piece is going to be the corn. I'm a farmer, right? The coal. And I had an idea where I'm going to make a little frame for that, put some steel screen on it, and then glue down some fake coal that I have. And that way the heat and air can come through. It'll look black, look like coal, and then the sound will also come out better if it's sort of like that. Okay. So that's the plan. That's what I've been up to, and my other project is not related to this, so sorry. Oh, I got this new thing. Look, this is a motor. It spins like crazy, and it came out of one of Margaret's hair dryers that didn't work. The motor works, the dryer itself didn't. So I'm going to try to get this off and use this with a different kind of a prop as a dust collector. Andy has built one, and it looks great, and this motor looks just about the right size. And everything else is printed. You print a new blade, a frame, you put it in, you hook it up to a hose, and you can turn it on with a remote. It's pretty hot. So it's a dust collector for the chips and stuff. Okay, that's all I got for an update, really, but I'm pretty excited. I got this. I know how to do this one. Be the same. I'm going to take this all apart, do it right, but I got to get this adapter figured out. That's a long way, and that's a pretty heavy part, so I'm going to have to come up with something pretty smart, I think. I might have to. Okay, gang, there you go. That's it. Later.